So here is our book. You'll get all the reference material in the exam. And all these rates will be there. Level 4 study is more intensive, so you have to study very deeply, okay? And side by side, keep doing all the practices like do from the workbook and also from AAT website. See whatever resources you have, just use everything. Sorry. This is the second one. Sorry, it took time. Basis of all this has been covered in the notes. You may do the examples. Well, there is like one thing I need to tell you that suppose you have irrecoverable rent, like in accrual basis we said that if the rent is accrued then you should pay it, but irrecoverable rent, if there is any, then you do not need to pay for that, that is deducted. So what does it mean? That suppose if it is on accrual basis, then your rent for whole of the year should be included, right? But if there suppose a tenant started from instead of April, they started from June. So like April, May, it was not rented, right? It is irrecoverable. So that rent you can deduct. Or if the tenant has left and it is not recoverable. So yeah, we can do quick example. This example was good. So can someone read this example? Oh yeah, this is the one I can show you this much. Sandan, your book is the same example?
Yeah.
Okay. And also the picture, you have the same, yeah? Okay. So can you read someone? So Sandra, can you read it?
Yeah. Ministry rents out two unfurnished properties to tenants. Each has a monthly rental of 500 payable in advance on the 6th day each month. From January 2020 onwards, the following rents were paid. The tenant of property 1 paid the rent every month during 2020. On 6 January 2021, he paid 6 months' rent in advance since he was going on a long holiday. Oh my gosh. The tenant of property 2 also paid the rent on time every month during 2020. During 2021, he failed to pay any rent. He left the property on 5th March without leaving a forwarding address or paying the rent that he owned. Many has been unable to locate him since then. Property 2 was relet to other tenants in May 2021. The only allowable expenditure relating to the properties was buildings insurance. This was as follows. Insurance for the calendar year 2020 was 340 per property. This was paid in December 2019. The insurance for the calendar year 2021 was 480 per property. This was paid in December 2020.
Yeah. So what we
Get
have to
the
do?
assessable property income for 2020-2021 for each of the two properties, assuming that the cash basis is used and the mini opt to use the accrual basis. Ignore the property allowance. See later in the chapter.
Yeah. So now we have to find out, like, if it is on cash basis and on accrual basis, what will be the way? Yeah. So in cash basis, we say that if we have received the property, then it is done, and we are doing both the properties separately. Yeah. So we will see that how he has got property 7,500. He said the year is so we need to note down what is a year is uh 2021.
Yeah.
2021. So 2021 starts from April 20 to April 21.
21, yeah.
But this property is rented from January 20. So first 3 months are not, we don't need to worry about that, because we have to see in the year. And receipt basis means what we received from April to April. The first property from tenant 1 paid the rent on time every month during 2020. During 2020 means from January to December, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it means from April to December, 9 months, that rent will be included. And on 6th January 21, he paid 6 months rent in advance. So what he paid in advance on 6th January 21, that will all be included because it's a receipt basis. So how we get for 9 months, how much will be the rent?
So it's 500 times 9 months.
Yeah, so
4,500.
Yeah, and
Then
on
we
6th
have
January we received 6 month rent.
7,500.
Yeah,
So it's
7,500.
4,500 plus 6 times 500.
Yes, absolutely.
8,000.
Okay, just small, this is for workings. Okay. Well, so we got that how we got 7,500. Yeah, and then for the expenses, how did we get 480? So the allowable expenditure was only the building insurance. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and building insurance for the calendar year 2020 was 360. What is calendar year? January to December.
Yeah.
So till January to December, 12 months, it was 360. But
Yeah,
in
but
this,
it was paid into December 2019, which was the previous year.
this was paid in December. Yeah, it
2019.
was paid in previous year. Yeah. Then the insurance for the calendar year 2021 paid 480. This was paid in December 2020. So this will be related to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, 480. So this is how we got the assessable property income for property 1. I'll use that later. Let me make it bigger. If I require, then I'll use that. Okay. So then for property 2, how we got 4,500?
Yeah. Tenant from paid the rent on time every month during 2000. So during 2020, the tenant of property 2 was paid the rent every month in time. So which is for 9 months.
Yeah. 9 months will be how much?
9 times 500, which is 4,500.
Okay, for 9 months. And then what happened?
Then he failed to pay the rent, and he left the property on 5th of March without leaving a forwarding address or paying the rent that he owned.
So then Mini has not been unable to locate them since then. Property was then re-let to another tenant in May 21. So
He
this
was
is
in
now, yeah. So whatever we received, 4,500, that is here.
Yeah.
And the insurance again 480 because it's a per property insurance. You have
Yeah.
to be very carefully see each and every word. So it is 480 per property. So therefore it is deducted here as well. So see the property 1 has income and 2 has 4020. Using the cash basis, we are concerned with amounts received or paid during the tax year, regardless of the period that they are related to. Now, the same thing we have to do it on accrual basis. Okay, so on accrual basis, just guess how much will be the income for property 1 if it is on accrual basis. So in the property 1, can you guess it? So let's see. This property, tenant of the property 1 paid the rent every month during 2020. On 6 January 21, he paid 6 months in advance. So we do not need to consider the advance rent. Accrual means like
until April.
Yeah. So
April
it
to
means
April.
it means he has paid all the rent for the year, isn't it?
Yeah.
So which is how much?
500 times 12.
Yeah, exactly. So it will be 6,000. Yes, yes.
6,000.
And how much will be the expenditure? Insurance, that is also accrued basis. The insurance for the calendar year was 360 per year. So here our relevant year is April to December for 9 months. So we have to find out for 12 months is 360, for 9 months how much? How much will be for 9 months? If it is 360 per year, so I can say per month it is 360 divided by 12, 30 pound per month. So for 9 months, 270. One is that, and in 21, the rate changed. So it was 480 per property for 12 months. It means how much per
From
month?
January to April, no? 9 months, another 3 months.
Yes, another
It's
3 months.
40
4.
times 3 is
Yes.
120.
Yeah, so 120 plus 270.
390.
Yes. So let's see the answer. You calculated correctly. So property 1, yes, you calculated the rent 6,000 and the insurance 390. Let's see for property 2.
All right, so for 2020, in the property 2, the tenant paid every month during 2020. So from
Yeah, but then he failed to pay rent.
during 2021, he failed to pay the rent.
Yeah. Then he left the property on 5th of March. Like here he failed to pay
During
the rent.
2021, he didn't pay any rent. So
Yeah, so how much will be the accrued? When his tenancy is there, it is accrued. When he left the property, then there is no accrual. So for the 5th March, for March, there is no rent, obviously, because he has left. But full 11 months, the accrual is 500 times 11 months, 5,500. Okay, but this, then we will deduct from there uh, the irrecoverable rent. So 2 months is irrecoverable because he didn't pay for January and February, isn't it? So how we calculate is like this. We say rent receivable 5,500 less irrecoverable rent, £1,000.
Okay.
And the insurance accrued, we already calculated the same, the same rates, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this is how we calculate that. So, uh, like if you're getting rent in advance, so some people may like to do it on accrual basis as well, so that they pay less tax in that year. But in exam purpose, you have to assume it is on cash basis unless specified.
Okay.
All right, let's go on the next one. Well, I was telling about the vehicle expenses, like if you are traveling to rent your property. Suppose your property is outside London, and you have to go meet the agent, or regarding that property, then you have this kind of mileage available. Car and goods vehicle, like suppose you have to make that furnishing before you are renting, so you have to take the goods there. So more, if you travel by car, then it is 45 per mile, 45p for 10,000 miles in a year, and additional 25p per mile. And if you travel by motorcycle, 25, 24p and 24p. So this is like very specific example, may or may not be in the exam, but if it is, then you have to calculate. All right.
Yeah. If it's based on the mileage, is it?
Yeah, mileage. How much did you travel?
If it pays on um, fuel.
Yeah, fuel is also there, I think.
All right. Okay. So you can use the fuel as well, not only the
Yeah.
mileage. I mean, you have to choose mileage or fuel.
Well, it is saying, I think it is just this only is available, including the fuel. Flat rate mileage allowance for journey undertaken in connection with the rental of the property at the rate shown here.
All
Expenditure
right.
that satisfy the above rule, that is incurred of before the premises are rented out or in period in between rental period, is also generally allowed. Like if you have to go and collect the rent, yeah. However, such expenditure is not allowed during period when the property is used privately. For example, when a family member is living there without paying rent. So this is
All
here.
right. Yeah.
Okay. Property allowance. So like you may get this kind of question that, for example, in this question, let's do this one. A picture, can you read that? A picture. Do you get a mode to switch on your mic by yourself? I think you should. Hello, Apeksha. Apeksha, are you there?
Yes, 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 I'm there.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
Okay. So this is here.
Funeral Lodge rents out one furnished property. The following is a statement complied from her,
Compiled.
yeah,
Compiled.
compiled,
Hmm.
compiled from her accounting records related to the period 6th April 2019 to
Okay.
5th April 2020. I think there's
Okay.
some
Yeah.
year difference.
So it is year 2021. That's like,
Yeah,
this is how the book is changed.
yeah.
All right, but
Okay. Rental income received is 12,000. Then there's less expenditure is council tax, water rates, insurance, installing central heating, depreciation of furniture, managing agents' charges, and replacement of carpets.
yeah. So in this, like, what we have to do?
There's a total rental income, and we have to deduct all these expenditure of the year.
Yeah. So in this, like, question is like, what we have to do is to find that will that expense be allowable or not allowable? If I ask you, like,
Ah,
council tax,
oh,
should it be allowed?
yeah. Mm. No.
Is it capital expenditure or revenue expenditure?
Council tax is allowed.
Yeah, it is allowable.
Yeah.
Water rate,
Yes.
allowable.
Yes.
Insurance,
Yes.
allowable. Okay, installing central heating. Will that be allowed?
Uh, I'm not sure about this.
No,
Installing. No.
no. It is like installing. It's not repairing of central heating.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So it is not allowed.
Not allowed.
Yeah, because it's a
Depre.
capital nature. Depreciation of furniture.
Not allowed.
Yeah, exactly. Managing agents charges.
Yeah, it is allowed,
Yes.
I think.
Allow replacement of carpet.
Yes, it is
Yes.
replacement. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So this is how we have to find out. So this is a question that we will disallow some expenses and find out what is the profit to be taxable. So
If
we
there
see.
is like replacement of central heating, then it is
Yeah, yeah. Then it is allowed.
okay. Okay.
So you see how this question is done. Less allowable expenditure. So they have excluded the other two, which was like the central heating and depreciation is not included.
Hmm.
This is the assessable income, right? So now also see the vocabulary. Assessable. This is assessable income on which you have to charge tax. Okay. All right. Now we also spoke about several properties. So let's see this example as well. It's quite good and making you understand. Let's see this question. Can you read a picture?
Yeah, sure. Several properties. When there is more than one property, the best approach is to
No,
draw up
here, this case
uh,
study.
okay, sorry. Andy Lord, right?
Yeah.
Andy Lord profit from several properties. Andy Lord rent out three properties in High Street. Property number one is unfurnished, while the properties two and three are furnished.
So
Andy
whether furnished or unfurnished, everything rent is to be
rent.
assessed.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Andy has provided the following statement relating to the properties for the period 6th April to 2019 to 5th April 2020. Next page, it's property 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
The rental income for property 1 is 5,000.
Okay, don't need whole table, just see the just read this.
Okay. You have also
No, I'm
determined.
just saying that if we see that these expenses, we'll have to see whether for each property is it allowed or not
Okay,
allowed, right?
okay, okay,
That way we
okay,
have to
okay,
calculate for each property separately.
okay.
Okay. So just read these expenses.
Council tax, it is
Hmm.
allowed.
Hmm.
Loan interest, it is allowed. Rent payable,
Yeah.
I'm not sure
Yeah.
about
Rent
rent payable.
payable is like if it's a sublet
We are
property.
paying. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. So it
So it
is
will be
allowed.
allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Property insurance is allowed.
Hmm.
Roof repair. Yeah, it is repair, so
Yeah.
it is allowed. Other
Hmm.
repairs, yes,
Hmm.
it is
Hmm.
allowed. Replacement of furniture is allowed.
Hmm.
Professional fee for debt recovery. Um,
Hmm.
Professional fee for debt recovery. Yeah, it is allowed, I
Yeah.
think.
You have to collect the rent.
Yeah, depreciation is not allowed.
Yeah, you are accountant, so you know depreciation will not be
Yeah,
allowed.
yeah.
So this is like people have prepared, but we, as a tax person, we'll have to disallow some expenses. Okay, carry on.
Uh, this also, no? You have also determined the following facts. Property number two was occupied rent free by Andy's student son until 5th September, when it was let out commercially to a tenant. The repair work completed in December. The other expenses relate to the whole tax year. The
Yeah.
loan interest relate to mortgage obtained to purchase properties number one and two and are shown after the restrictions is taken into the account. The rent payable relates to property number 3 that is not owned by Andy Lord. Roof repair relates to the cost of repairing damage that occurred during a storm. This amount was not recovered by the insurance policy. Other repairs include £2,900 paid to build a Porsche on property number 1.
All right, so we'll have to calculate for each property separately. So
Yes.
property number one. So we'll have to see what is allowed, what is not allowed, and also considering the other thing. Is there any other note for property one? Property number two,
Uh, Property number 2.
three,
And 3 relates to no.
other repairs include 2,900 paid to build a porch on property number one.
Number 1.
Yeah, this we have to consider. Okay, other repair include 2,900 paid to build a porch on property number one. So let's see what is allowed and what is not allowed for property one. Council tax, what do you
Mm,
say?
yes, it is.
Allowed, allowed, not allowed.
On which property?
Property one.
1.
We have to calculate for each property separately without going into the answer. I'm asking you.
Yeah,
Let's consider property one. In this, is council tax you think allowed or not allowed?
council tax is allowed, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Suppose that if the landlord is paying council tax, then it is allowed. If it is put in the question, it means the landlord is paying and it is included in the rent. Generally, tenants pay. But if it is the question is coming like that, it means the tenant is paying. The landlord is
Landlord.
paying.
Okay.
So council tax will be allowable expense. Yeah. So and then property insurance should be,
It is allowed.
yeah. Roof repairs,
Repair is allowed.
yes. Other repairs,
Other repairs,
there is a
it is
note about it.
there's a note, right? To build a porch, right? So to build a porch is not allowed, I think, because it's nothing like repair. He's building a porch,
Yeah.
so
So
it's not allowed.
other repairs are not
Not
allowed.
yeah. On property 1.
Yeah. Other repairs, property number one, it should not be. Uh, but yeah, it's porch, so it should not be allowed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then others.
Other repair on property 2 and 3, it
Uh,
will
no,
allow.
here professional fees for debt recovery
Yeah, it is allowed because there is
and
no note over
depreciation
there. No,
not
there's no
allowed.
note.
So let's see
Yeah.
the answer. Uh, so other repairs only like 2,900 is not allowed.
Not.
Rest is allowed.
Yeah.
So because the total was 6,500, isn't it?
Hmm.
Total was 6,500. So 6,500 minus 2,900 is to build a porch. So that is not allowed. Balance is allowed. All right.
Yeah.
So then we just add up 5,000 less all the expenses and it is coming as amount is coming in loss
Loss
750. Okay.
750.
Other property, second property, let's see. This is the one. For this, is there any note?
On property 2, yes, it is occupied by Andy's student son. It's
Yeah.
rent free till
Until 5th
until 5th
September. So this is not allowed till 5th September.
5th
After
September.
that only we'll consider the rent.
Yeah.
So it has got rent of 3,500, but okay. So this is the rent they have received. This is not including the accrued. This is a cash basis. So it means until 5th September, we don't need to touch anything to the rent. But when it was let out commercial to the tenant, the repair were completed in December. The other expenses relate to the whole tax year. So let's see. 3,500 should be, this is the income, sorry. And then we have expenses, property, insurance. Should it be allowed or not?
Uh, it's not allowed until 5th September, right?
In somewhere in the notes, we said that insurance can be completely allowed. Because, no, 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 no. Insurance we have to proportion, isn't it? Yes, that is what we learned. Okay, never
Okay.
mind. We'll see that. And then what is this? Other repairs should be allowed.
Yes.
And then depreciation should not be allowed.
No.
See, so it's 3,500, and then this is proportionate 117. How did we calculate that 117? Till September it was taken over. So how many months we have to calculate? September, October, November, December, January, February, March. How many months you have to calculate?
7 months?
Yeah, 7 months. So 200 divided by 12 times 7.
Yeah.
We should come 1 1.
117.
Okay. So that is what here, and other repairs are allowed. Done.
Yeah.
Let's see property 3. Property 3, we have a note.
53.
This is the note.
Yeah.
Rent payable relates
Uh,
to property number 3 that is
that is
not owned by Andy Lord. Okay.
okay. Yeah. How does it matter? Like, it is
Because
a
it's
rent
sublet.
payable.
Sublet. No, that is why there was rent payable. So he doesn't own property. He has taken from somewhere and then let it.
Okay.
So here council tax will be allowed, right? Rent
Uh,
payable allowed, insurance allowed, other repairs allowed, replacement furniture allowed, depreciation not allowed. Yeah, agreed.
yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
see here 4,300 council tax, rent, property income, other repairs, replacement all allowed. Only the depreciation is not there. Well, once we have done for all the properties separately, then we total up. This is total of all these, and then we find out the assessable income, because if one property has loss, that can be set off against the others. So 393, only this much income will be taxed.
1,243.
393 only. In 2019, the question is little bit different.
No.
So I think you should buy it. No?
Okay. My
Yeah.
total was 1,243.
Yeah. Okay. So this is how it has been calculated.
Okay.
There is no change in the rule. It is just like question has been changed little bit. All right. Dealing with property losses. We said that losses can be carried forward. So let's do this quick example as well. Dealing with losses. So let me take other student online. Thank you, Apeksha.
No way.
Hello, Sanda, are you there? Hello, Sanda, are you there?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here. I'm
Yeah.
here.
All right. So another example like this one. Let's see this as well. So I want you to be thorough with the studies for level 4. Well, examiner is really very strict. Okay, let's see this one.
So,
This
evil
example.
cost,
Yeah.
dealing with losses.
Yeah.
Evil cost rents out several properties. After um, amalgamating,
Amalgamating.
yeah,
Amalgamating means like adding up all the rents.
All right, okay. The rents from all his properties and deducting all allowable expenses, he has arrived at the following figures. Tax year 2018-2019, 5,500 loss. 2019-2020, 3,800 profit. And 2020-2021 is 6,400 profit. Calculate the assessable property income for each of the three tax years referred to.
Assessable means taxable. Yeah.
Taxable, yeah.
So for 2018-19, he had a loss.
So
if
then
we
it's not
carry
tax
forward, yeah. So we'll say tax income is 0.
0, yeah.
Taxable income is 0. Assessable income is 0. In the second year,
He had the profit 3,800.
yeah, and then we had to carry forward the loss, right? So second
Yeah,
year also he will not pay any tax.
5,500 minus, no.
So still assessable income will be nil, no
Nil.
tax.
No tax. And then we have the third year is 6,400.
Minus the carry forward balance loss.
Yeah. So let me. So it's 1,700 from the previous years.
Yeah.
The difference, and then we have to deduct 6,400 minus 1,700.
Exactly.
4,700.
Yeah. Great. So now I understand that you have complete knowledge of this. Let's try the question.
So that means every year we have to bring the figures from previous years.
Yeah. So far the property has like profit. You can keep carrying on. Okay. Now on the basis of this knowledge, let's try these activities. So first activity, you can read.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, so Julie rented out her unfurnished property from 6th July 2020 and received £5,000 for 12 months rent in advance on that day. Oh. She also set up direct debit payment of 25 per month for property insurance. In December 2020, she spent £200 replacing a broken fridge. Calculate the assessable property income for 2020 to 2021.
So
Ignore the property allowance.
So how will you do it? So we have to calculate for this is on cash basis. We have to see what is the year. First of all, see what is the year. Year is 2021.
So it's April 2020 to April 2021.
Yeah.
And the rent started from July.
Yeah. But how much you received?
For 12 months.
Yeah. So 5,000 fully will be the rental
for 12
income.
months.
So rent received is £5,000.
No, but it says received £5,000 for 12 months rent in advance.
But I told you that property income is taxed on cash basis.
So then, okay, then you put £5,000 and that's it.
Yeah, whatever you receive, all the money will be taxed. So 5,000 less allowable expenditure. Rent received is 5,000 less
the insurance.
Insurance.
She pays on direct debit every month £25.
Yeah.
So then we have to 25 times 12 months.
Not 12, not 12.
No, from July, so sorry.
Yeah.
So it's July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, 8 months. And March, sorry, 9 months.
Yeah.
9 months. So it's
So how much?
25 times 9 months. It's 225.
Exactly.
And then in December 2020, she spent 200 on replacing a broken fridge. So we have to calculate that as well.
Yeah. So
So
broken
it's
fridge,
425 pounds.
yeah, broken fridge will be deducting. So we have 5,000 less 225 less
425.
200. Yeah. And that will be answer is
4,775.
400, 5,075. Because 200 will also be deducted, no? This rent
Oh, yeah,
fee.
yeah, yeah. Sorry, I forgot to put the total.
Mm.
Yeah. So it's 225 plus 200. That's the expenses. And we deducted from 5,000. Yeah, 4,575. Yeah.
Yeah, 5,000 minus two.
Minus 425.
Yeah. Any question?
No.
Well done is the right answer.
So then when we have a rent paying in advance, we always put the money we received from that year because
Yeah.
we take the cash basis.
Yes, that's a cash basis. Okay.
Yeah, okay. That's
So
clear.
two, question two, Apeksha. Sandra, can you mute or unmute from your end as well?
Let me see.
Your mic, you can unmute.
No,
Yeah.
I can only save, copy. I can't mute or unmute.
You do not have this kind of a mic here or here.
It doesn't show me anywhere.
Okay.
Oh, let me see.
Should be. Yeah, you did that. And Apeksha, can you switch on your mic? Can you switch on your? Oh yeah, Apeksha is on.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can switch off and on from your end because then the voice will be clear.
Okay.
All right, great. And then I'm just thinking that,
Question two.
yeah,
Okay. Dave bought an unfurnished flat on 6th November 2019 and immediately let it to a tenant for £400 per month, payable monthly. Dave paid 2,000 legal fee to acquire the flat. He paid £30 per month property insurance. Dave used the services of an agent to collect the rent and lies with the tenant. The agent charged £100 per month for this service and deduct the fee from the rent paid over.
hmm.
Calculate the assessable property income of for 2019-20. Ignore the property allowance.
So he bought an unfurnished flat on this November and immediately let it to £400 per month.
Month. Right.
Payable monthly. Okay, Dave paid 2,000 legal fees to acquire the flat. He paid 30 per month property insurance. Dave used the services of an agent to collect the rent. The rent charge was 600 per month and deduct the fee from the rent paid over. Calculate the accessible property income. All right, first of all, how much is the rent received?
Till March, I will calculate like November, December, January, Feb, March, 5 months.
Yeah, 5 month times.
Into this 400.
Yeah, so it comes to,
It's come to 2,000.
yes. And then you have to deduct
Dave
expenses. First
paid
expenses
2,000. Uh, this legal fee,
to acquire. It was like
the
before
first.
renting.
Okay.
So it is not allowed.
Okay. So this £30 per month insurance property. this property insurance.
Yeah. Property
30
insurance will be
pound,
allowed.
12 times. No,
30
five
times
for
or
5 months.
5 months. Yeah.
Yeah, 150.
Hmm. And
And
then
then this the
year
agent
long
charge
user.
100 per month for service. This agent charges 100 per month, so
Yeah.
500.
This will also be allowed.
Yes. So from
And done.
2000, yeah,
Hmm.
from 2000, 150 and 500 will be deducted.
Exactly.
1350. Okay. After deducting is 1350.
Yeah. So second question, I will say, you are saying 2000 minus
150
150
and
minus
500.
500. That gives to 1350. That is the taxable property income. Yeah. Um, and because that legal fee is before acquiring the property, that is, and that is for, and also I remember that this is like a capital expenditure, when you acquire property, then you pay legal fee. From accounting point of view, that is a legal expense. I mean, that is a capital expense you add in the cost of the property, remember?
Yes. It will
Yeah.
not add.
So that's well done. So let's do the third question.
Okay. And
Now, can Apeksha, you can mute your mic and
uh,
yes, send. Can you?
Yeah,
Yeah, send.
yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, 2.4.
Anna Apartments rents out one furnished property. The following is a statement compiled from her accounting records relating to the tax year.
Yeah,
So we have the income received, £10,000, flex expenditure. Let's see what we can include.
yeah.
So we have
What
total
we
tax
have to do?
700.
We have to just calculate the income. Yeah, from here, tell me that what will be allowed, what will not be allowed.
So council tax 700
Hmm.
plus water rates 300
Hmm.
plus insurance 400
Hmm.
plus cost of replacement carpet.
Hmm.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
add that
Yeah.
2,500. We don't put the depreciation,
Yeah.
and we put 1,000 managing agents charges.
Exactly.
1,000,
Hmm.
which is 4,900.
Yeah. So 10,000 minus 4,900, 5,100. Yeah.
Yeah,
So that is a property income for Anna.
yeah.
Well done. So next question goes to Apeksha.
Let me put a mute.
Yeah. Yes, Apeksha, 2.4.
yeah. Tony Hill rents out 3 country cottages. All property are furnished. He has provided the following statement relating to the properties for the tax year. Um, Rental income received from property 1 is 8,000, 6,000 from 2, and
Mhm.
5,500
All
from
these
3.
properties are there. What is a
Yeah.
quickly just read through?
Okay, there is council tax, loan interest, property insurance, redecoration, repainting windows, other repairs, accounting fees, accountancy fees, purchase of furniture, depreciation, and yeah. So there is some notes over there.
Mm.
You have also determined the following facts. Property number 3 was purchased on 6th June. This property was rented out from 6th July. The council tax on this property relates to the 9 months
Okay.
period
Yeah.
from 6th
Hmm?
July.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Start property and then
Other expenses relate to the 10-month period from 6th June. The loan interest related to mortgage obtained to purchase the properties and is after the res- uh, restriction is applied. Other repairs include £2,600 paid to install central heating in property number 1 where none had previously existed. Okay. Sony Hill has an unrevealed property income loss of £1,000 brought forward from the previous tax year. The purchase of the purchase of furniture for property 3 was made on 1 July.
okay. So let's see.
Required, yeah,
Hmm? Calculate the property income for the tax year. So
yes,
we'll have to do this like property 1, 2, and 3. So let's see property 1.
one.
Yeah. So property 1, it has income 8,000 done. Fine. Council tax.
Council
Property
tax
1, any note?
for property 1. Mm,
Yeah, there's a central heating one. Property 1.
yeah, other repairs.
Yeah. So central heating repairs only. That's a similar question, isn't it? Than we have
Yeah,
done in
yeah.
exam.
Example is
Yeah. So it's um 800 allowed.
this 2600. So it will not allow to install central heating
Yeah.
on property 1. So other repairs would be 2900 less 26. So 300 only.
Yeah. So you can do this. I think I will leave this question for you. It's a similar question. Exactly.
Yeah.
Property 2 in this, any question?
Mm,
So we have property 2 was a note.
where is it?
Property 3. No, there is
Property
nothing
3
about.
has no.
Yeah, there is property 2. There is nothing. So we have to just see council tax, management agent, insurance, redecoration, repainting, other repairs, accountancy fee, purchase of accountancy fee, purchase of furniture is not there, depreciation is not allowed. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
This is all allowed. Property 3, what we are going to do?
This council tax thing.
Uh, so property number 3 was purchased on 6th of June. This property was rented out from 6th July. The council tax on the property relates to 9 months period from 6th July. So it is already been,
Mm-hmm.
apportioned. Other
This is
expenses relate to 10-month period from 6th June.
it,
9 months through 6th July and other expenses relate to 10 months period from 6th June. So let's see that. Uh, so council tax says fine. Managing agents charges, like managing agent charges are 1,100. I guess it should be all allowed. It's not that much.
mm,
Purchase of furniture, will that be allowed?
no,
This will
no,
not
no.
be allowed.
And appreciation, I think.
No, this should not be, isn't it? So,
Mm.
uh, I guess in your book, the question may be a little bit different, is it?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah, it is. So let's see the answer to this. I guess that this should not be allowed. 2.4.
The answer in your book.
Yeah. See that too, they are not allowed. Oh, we are doing which question? We are doing 2.4.
2.4.
Yeah. So in here, are they made proportionate or they are taken in full?
In my book, the answer is after deducting brought forward amount, it's 2,700.
What? Oh, the third property, yeah. Third property, 5,500, 400 for the, what is this, managing agent charges.
No, I think there's some difference in my book.
Hmm.
It came zero in property 3.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, can you, okay, yeah, you can't check. Sandra, can you check that?
Sorry. Yeah,
Sandra,
I'm here.
yeah,
Yeah.
can you check that, that have they been made this proportionate?
No, in my book is the same. It say
Yeah,
it take a whole year. It's no
yeah,
portion.
yeah. Why the
And
no
we
portion?
don't take the we don't count the purchase of furniture because it was on 1st of July, and then the property was rented from 6th of July. So
Yeah,
the furniture was brought before the property was rented out.
yeah. So that is
So
not
we don't
allowed.
count
But
that.
all other expenses also, like, although they were for 10 months, but they have been considered, like, for example, the other were property insurance, right?
Yeah, the
Or
property insurance 250. Yeah.
accountancy fee, they have been included because it says other expenses for this property relate to the period that it was owned for the business of letting and are therefore allowed.
Yeah.
It makes sense, isn't it? We don't need to uh, deduct uh, for this because if we have to let the property, we have to take the insurance.
Yeah.
So therefore, it is allowed. Then let's go back. Any question on this?
No.
Any question,
No.
Daksha? Oh, you can do this. 2.5. 2.5. I think now you have become expert of this. This is what you can do. So in exam, how will you get the question? In exam, you're going to get questions like this table. Let's do this one before time finishes.
2.6.
2.6. And you see the table. Exactly this will be the table. So you don't have anything written here. Not like level 3, you used to have everything to, into
Yeah.
take down from the drop down menu. No, in level 4 you have to type it what you want to say. So look into the practice paper of AET level 4, go through that how it is. Okay, so let's see this question. 2.6. Yes, so read that, Sandra.
Yeah. Simon has two properties in addition to his home, details of which are as follows. 3-bedroom house. 1. Oh my gosh. This unfurnished house is rented out for £900 per month. The property was occupied this tax year until 6 September when the tenant suddenly moved out, owning the rent for July and August.
Mm.
Simon knows that he will not recover this rent. The property was let again from 6 December to another family.
Yeah. Okay.
So for this house, we still have the only expense paid by Simon on the house was 8% management charge to the
Mm.
agent on rent received. So we have 900 a month.
So there's another flat as well. Just like
Yeah,
when
but
you
that's
do the exam, how you do it? You just read that, read this, and then put on here. Yeah, we have to put in these boxes.
yeah.
So
And we have another 1-bedroom flat. This furnished flat is rented out for 450 per month. The property was unoccupied this tax year until 6th June, when a couple moved in on a 12-month lease.
Yeah.
Simon paid council tax and water rates on the flat, totaling 1,400 for the period in the tax year that the flat was occupied. He also paid insurance of 270 for the tax year.
Okay, so let's put in this box. So box number 1,
Yeah.
3-bedroom house.
We have the income.
Income.
The property was occupied this tax year until 6th September. So from April to September.
Yeah.
We have 900. So is
How many months?
So it's April, May, June, July, August, and that's it. So it's 5 months.
Okay.
So we have 900 times 5 months.
All right.
Which
This
is 500. But then for July and August is no rent paid. So then for from 4,500 we need to deduct 2 months of the rent.
Owing the rent for July and August. Because he hasn't paid, so we are not including. This is a cash basis. We are not doing an actual basis. So only for 5 months, right?
Yeah, so it's 2,700, no?
9,900 times 5, right? 4,500.
Yeah.
Because let again from 6th of December. So then December, January, February, March, 4 months more.
Yeah, so now we have to add.
Yeah. So 5 months and 4 months.
Yeah, it's 9 months actually in total. So then we do 900 times 9 months.
Yeah.
Which is 8,100. So we put the income 8,100.
And then management fee is 8% of the total income.
Yeah, so we have 8,100 times 8%. 8% of 8,100 is 648.
Okay. Let's see the answer. So this is answers. $6,300. We calculated more.
Yeah.
All right, let's read the question again.
We calculated 8,100.
Okay, Simon has 2 properties. This unfurnished house is rented out for 900 per month. The property was occupied this year till 6th September and the tenant suddenly moved out, owing the rent for
July and August.
July, August. Okay, July, August he didn't pay, right? So only he paid for
April,
May, June. That's
June.
it. He didn't pay for July, August.
September. Yeah, 3 months.
Yeah, 3 months here. And then it was let again from 6th December. So, December, January, February, March, 4 months more. It is 7 months. 3 months here and 4 months here. 7. 7 9 plus 6,300. That should be the answer. So 6,300 minus 8% of 6,300. All right. So go back to the answer again.
6,300 is 504. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the right answer. Okay. So this is how we have to put the things by ourselves. Okay,
Yeah.
for one bedroom flat, let's see that.
The one bedroom flat is the
Uh,
450 a month. The property was unoccupied this tax year until 6th June when a couple moved in on a 12-month lease. So we need to calculate the 450 per month.
from
From
6th,
June,
how many months? From June onwards, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, March.
November, January, February, and March.
Yeah,
10 months.
yes, 10 months.
So we have 450 times
Then
10.
Yeah, 4,500.
4,500. Yeah.
And then,
And then we have council tax and water rates on the flat totaling 1,400 for
yeah,
the period in the tax year that the flat was occupied. So we can put that 1,400.
yeah, council tax was 1,400 for the tax year that flat was occupied. He also paid insurance of 270. So everything is included.
Yeah. So it's 1,400 plus 270 is 1,670.
Yeah.
And then,
Just in the language, he said Simon paid. He has paid these expenses, right? So
yeah,
therefore, all fully will be charged. If it was some other language, might be it may not. Council tax would have been taken for proportionately, because if the
yeah.
rent property is not there, then he don't have to pay. But this is Simon paid. Okay.
So it's 2,830
Yeah. Yeah, that's the right answer.
taxable income.
So 2,830.
Yeah,
That's the should be right answer.
yeah, it should be. Yeah,
Yeah, the right answer.
yeah.
Okay. So let's see the other question.
Shall I put more?
Yeah. Sanda. Oh, sorry. Apeksha, are you there?
yeah, yes, yes.
Okay.
2.7.
Yeah.
For the following alternative situations, select whether it would be more beneficial for the landlord to set up the actual allowable cost against the gross property income or to utilize the property allowance.
Hmm.
Okay. Situation, then use actual cost, use property allowance. The situation is gross property income 4,500. Actual allowable cost is 1,100. Okay. Mm,
So
then,
property allowance is only £1,000. If you spend more, then you will charge your actual expenses, isn't it?
yeah. So
So
use actual cost.
exactly. So this will be the actual cost. That will be the best way. In this,
Okay. B is gross property income is 1,500.
hmm,
Actual allowable cost is 900. It's
hmm.
not that much difference. So gross use property allowance.
We have to just see the expense. Is it expenses less or more than the £1,000? If it is less than 1,000, then why wouldn't you just charge £1,000?
1,000, right. So use property allowance then.
Yeah.
Next is gross property income 500 and actual allowable cost is 100. In this also use property allowance. This
Uh,
1,000 pounds.
yeah, you can use property allowance in this case as well.
Mm, Gross property income is 500 and actual allowance cost is 900.
The actual liable is less.
Yeah.
You can take full allowance.
So use um
Full allowance.
use property allowance.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. £1,000 we can charge. So see how we are. So what is the conclusion that you can charge property allowance if your expense is less than £1,000?
Okay. If
Yeah,
it's 800 or 900, we can still
charge
claim that.
£1,000. In that case, like property will show loss, right? But we can't like reclaim tax from the government. In that case, we will say, okay, our taxable income is zero. Or if we have more than one property, then we can set off against the other properties.
Hmm.
All right.
Okay.
This is what we
Yeah,
need
it's
to understand. So with this, I finish this topic.
yeah.
So well, that's the end of this topic. Hope you have understood everything. You showed me good understanding.
Yeah.
So
It's not
that's
that
all
much
for
tough.
this topic. Yeah, this is not that difficult. Okay. Any questions?
Not
Sandra, any questions?
No, I don't have
Great.
any question on this.
Apeksha, any questions?
no, not now.
Great.